my wife and I, we bought this new house, right? And one of the things that I always wanted was I always wanted a big backyard. Never had a big backyard. I want to have a big backyard. I'm a sports guy. I'm like, I'm going to make a tennis court and a football field and a soccer pitch and everything and all these dreams. Right now it's just full of weeds and dying grass, right? But that was the initial dream. So we had this big house. We had this massive yard, right? Some of you guys have seen it on Instagram and whatnot. And I'm sitting out there on a nice day and I'm looking at it, surveying it. I said, this is nice. Akil, you made it. And then like 2 weeks later, it's after we moved in, I'm like, man, we gotta mow this thing, right? And I'm as cheap as they come, right? I am frugal, right? You can tell, right? My wardrobe consists of black t-shirts and that's about it, because I can buy like a bunch of them for like 20 bucks and I don't really need anything else because I don't really dress up for, aside from like weddings and maybe one like special event a year where I gotta talk or something, right? But I say I'm gonna mow it myself. So we went ahead, we got this push mower, right? And we're mowing it. And it took 2 days. Between my wife and I, it took 2 days. Almost got caught by attacked by a snake as well. I'm like, man, someone left a garden hose out here. I'm like, wait a minute, oh shoot. Right, and that might have ran away for a half a day. But anyway, it took 2 days to mow, right? And I got inside and I'm like, what could I have done that was more worth it in those 2 days? I didn't have kids at the time. Did I? No, we didn't have kids at the time, but I was still growing my business. So I was, really invested in trading and the money management and all that fun stuff. And I'm like, man, I just spent literally 10 hours doing this. Like, I could have done this, and I was so behind. So the next day, I decided to, that's my neighbor across the street. He came over and said, hey, I'll mow your lawn for like 30 bucks. I'm like, here, sure. And I'm talking to my business partner at the time, and I'm like, yeah, I just give the neighborhood like 35 bucks to mow my lawn. He's like, come on, man, like, we mow it ourselves. We come from the same place, like blue collar, like you mow it ourselves. And I had to explain to him, like, well, here's the thing. In the 10 hours that I could have spent mowing, I could have done this, and made this much money versus the stuff. So the time that was, the money I saved, $30 from mowing the lawn for 10 hours, I would have made multiples of that working on my business for those same 10 hours. So that's the trade-off you have to think about, right? Is the time investment worth it based off of kind of the alternatives, the opportunity cost?